Good morning guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here then please don't forget to subscribe, and if you're a repeat subscriber then it is amazing to see you. Today is going to be a bit of a different video. It is a travel vlog, but it's something a bit crazy because we have come to New Mexico to hunt for Forrest Fenn's treasure. Now you might be watching this video because you're interested in the treasure, in which case I'm sure you already know this story, but if you are new and you're thinking what on earth are you talking about, Louise, I'll give you a quick explanation of who he is and what the treasure is all about. So he is a really eccentric guy who worked his life as an antique collector and dealer. He had this amazing life and was really into hiking and fishing and the beautiful outdoors, and he lives here in New Mexico, and he discovered that he had cancer and he thought he was going to die, so he buried a bunch of antiques and gold and all these amazing valuable things somewhere in the Rocky Mountains, and he wrote a book, his autobiography, with also a poem in the back, and the poem is like cryptic clues to where you can find the treasure. And it sounds like it's in the Rocky Mountains. If you're not American then you'll think that doesn't sound like very much, how hard can it be to find, but that actually covers I think 4 different states. It's a huge area of land. It's obviously very dense, very winding, so thousands of people have gone looking for his treasure. He actually ended up surviving. He beat the cancer, which is so awesome. So he's still around. He still occasionally gives out clues and interviews, and there's this whole massive community of people looking for his treasure. At the moment it's estimated to be about $2 million, which is pretty incredible. So we have decided to come for the weekend to New Mexico and see if we can find it. So I'm going to be vlogging this whole weekend. It's going to be today and tomorrow. You can follow along the whole journey with us. We're not particularly outdoorsy people, so I've got my sparkly leggings on and some tennis shoes, so we'll see how it goes, but I think it's going to be a beautiful adventure either way, and you never know, we might find $2 million. Okay, so we have arrived at our first destination. Here's the hunting squad and it is Cooper's Ranch, which is on El Vado, down from the El Vado Dam, and we're going to read you a bit of the poem and tell you why we think we've got this far. So, Rowan, you want to do the first bit?
Sure. As I have gone alone in there, and with my treasures bold, I can keep my secret where, and hint of riches new and old.
So what do we think of that whole thing?
General internet consensus is that sort of sets up the poem, and then the first clue is like the next, well, the first clue is the next sentence, which is begin it where warm waters halt. And this guy, Forrest Fenn, who wrote the book, let's see if we got a little picture of him here.
There he is.
He was really into fishing, and New Mexico has like fishing guidelines and regulations that say where warm waters begin and halt, which the other states don't have apparently. So we've gone to the one place we can find where warm waters lead into cold waters.
So next,
and take it in the canyon down.
The canyon comes down to here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not far, but too far to walk, so you'd have to drive. We haven't gone to the like warm waters halt location. We've just started here at after the canyon, too far to walk. Put in below the home of Brown, and this is why we really think it's this location. So the theory is, what's a put in?
The put in is a place where you can dock boats.
And this has that?
This looks like, yeah, this is a place where that's known to be a place where you can dock boats, although it looks very shallow here.
Yeah.
So the specific put in would not be in this exact location, but it's definitely nearby because we looked it up and it's nearby.
And then the home of Brown, there's lots of brown trout in this river, which it's famous for. He loved fishing, so a lot of people think it's brown trout, and the brown in the book is capitalized, which apparently Rowan discovered today is how you talk about fish?
It's like, yeah, it's not uncommon to capitalize the name of fish.
Okay, so we're thinking it's brown trout, which is a common like fen hunter's theory. But the home of Brown, in this ranch that we just went into, like the little cabin, I took a picture of it, there is the biggest brown trout to have been caught in the state.
Yeah.
Is here, like embalmed on the wall, and it was caught just up the river. So the put-in that's below the home of brown is this like dock that's below where they caught the biggest fish. We think, maybe. So it's all a bit of a like, you know, go with the artistic license, but it's a popular theory, right?
It's not go with the artistic license. It's basically we're guaranteed to stumble on gold here.
We can smell it already.
Yeah.
And so Forrest says that the first couple of clues you can solve without being there, like using Google Maps and stuff, but then the rest of them you have to solve when you're there. So we haven't looked too much into the others. A lot of people online get really deep into the rest of the poem, but we thought we'll see when we get here what we fancy. So the next thing...
From there, it's no place for the meek.
And we've seen a bridge over here, which we'll go across in a minute, called the Swinging Bridge. It's like not very meek appropriate.
Yeah, it doesn't look that scary, but
well, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. So that's our first step, is we're going to go look at that. But we'll take you along for the journey, and I'll update you on the poem as we get closer. We'll see what happens. It moves a lot. Here come the treasure hunters. Benny's coming along for the ride.
¿Quién sabe a qué hora vas a volver a comer? Es bueno ser previsora, hay que mantenerse fiel.
There'll be no paddle up your creek. Nice dried out creek, like it? Yeah, let me come around.
oh no, it's locked up.
It's locked?
Yeah.
It's locked. False alarm. Off she goes. You look like such an explorer.
Whoa, this is cool.
No place for the meek? You never know. It's got very narrow in here. Guys, we're definitely not being meek. Dogs are still with us. Here he comes.
I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah, look
okay.
at all this stuff.
Okay, this is it. The treasure must be here.
We're thinking this feels like heavy loads and water high.
What do we think is the blaze? Maybe this rock?
Yeah, the blaze could be the rock.
It is red.
Well, actually, the blaze might just be down there somewhere.
Vamos a llegar al norte antes del amanecer, pero no somos tan fuertes, salimos de la Nacional 6.
There it is. Off to find the treasure. Got to find it. So the woman who works in this ranch said in the summer they get someone here every day. So it's obviously a popular spot, so we need to try and think of something different that other people haven't looked at before. So we're thinking this could all be water high, because there's all these like winding stream type bits. We just don't know what heavy loads is. Maybe rocks. Next we need the blaze. Could this be a waterfall? Historically? Heavy loads and water high? That's what we're looking for.
Oh, such a good hiding spot.
Found it? Sadly not. I know there's so many good hiding spots, the whole of the Rocky Mountains. So, we've spent all day looking here. We've done kind of two separate trips. We haven't found the treasure yet, but we do still have tomorrow. And stick with the video, because tonight we're going for dinner with Toby and Shelley, who used to run the YouTube channel A Gypsy's Kiss, which is like, I think the biggest YouTube channel talking about Fenn's treasure. They do really high quality videos. They've got loads of really good suggestions of like where to look and lots of tips. We've been absolutely devouring their channel. They've actually just started a new channel where they do live tarot readings, which is really interesting. So we'll link to both their channels down below, but we're going to go for dinner with them tonight, so I'm hoping they won't mind giving us some sneaky tips. Right. Wow. So yeah, it's been really good fun and so beautiful. I mean, we'll tell you all about it at dinner anyway, but yeah, all right, well, we'll see you later on.
So what's the deal?
He says we should email Forrest to hang out because he likes YouTubers and, like, you know, British, but he gave me his email address, so I'm gonna email him, see if he wants to hang out.
Sweet.
Yeah. So we have come to a Mexican restaurant to have dinner with Toby and Shelley, and also Shelley's husband. So we're very excited to get to meet them. But tomorrow we have big news. We are going to meet up with Forrest Fenn before we go hunting tomorrow. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. He replied to our email. He's going to meet with us. I'm sure he won't give us clues, but we're going to have a hangout, see his house. We're going to take our book for him to sign, and of course I will film if I can. So we did not find the treasure yesterday, but we had a really nice dinner with Toby and Shelley's husband from A Gypsy's Kiss. They were so nice. They had loads of really interesting tips and just like really interesting lives. Those people were amazing. So we really enjoyed meeting them. But this morning we are going to look for the treasure again. We have a second day. We have a whole new plan. I still really like the plan from yesterday. I definitely wouldn't rule it out. And I kind of, Toby from yesterday has been searching for, I think he said 4 years. And the first place he ever looked was where we went yesterday. And I kind of have this theory that your keys are always in your handbag. They're always in the first place you look, and you go all around the house and then you come back to the first place. So I think there's nothing wrong with thinking it's in the most sensible, obvious, rational place. So I still really like where we went yesterday, but today we're going to go somewhere different, which also has lots of really good theories, which we will explain to you when we get there. But first, we are going to meet Forrest Fenn, the actual legend who made this whole thing and created this whole movement of people going out into the wilderness looking for his treasure. I'm so excited that we get to meet him, and it's actually because of you guys, because I have a YouTube channel and because you guys support me, we're going to get to go and meet him. So I don't know whether he'll want to be on camera, we'll see. But I will do what I can, and I'll fill you in about it regardless. It was such an honor to come and meet you today and see your incredible home. Can you tell me why you hid the treasure?
Well, I hid the treasure in, I think, 1988. This country was going into a recession. Mm-hmm. A lot of people were losing their jobs, and despair was written all over the headlines of the papers, and I wanted to give some people hope. And this lady called me from a magazine writer in Texas. She called me on the phone and says, "Mr. Fenn, I've read your book." She said, "That's a very strange book." She said, "Who is your audience for that book?" I said, "My audience is every redneck in Texas with 12 kids. He lost his job, but he has a pickup truck and a bedroll. Put the kids in the backup truck and take them out in the Rocky Mountains and look for my treasure." We're an obese society today. We're overweight. We're sedentary. We sit on a couch. I want to get the cats out of the game room, off the couch, and out into the wilderness where you can smell the sunshine and look at what nature has to offer in its greatest moment. And what's better than that? Let's explore this country, but mainly let's get involved. Let's go back to nature. Let's see turn over a rotten log and see what's under there.
Yeah.
And make a note. Send me a letter. Tell me what you found under that rotten log.
We've had so many adventures, and we're people who spend a lot of time on our computers, me especially, because we're running these online businesses. Mm-hmm. So it's because of you that we're here hiking in Santa Fe, seeing nature.
Those computers are important today. The best thing I learned in high school was how to type. Today you can't get along if you can't type. And I hate it that our young people are on their little electronic gadgets so much, but the fact is they can't compete today unless you know how to do all of those things and fix your computer when it breaks. And I mean, I hate that kind of thing, but I was born 150 years too late.
Well, it's been incredible, so thank you for making us come to hear and see nature.
Well, it's a
awesome.
pleasure to meet you people.
Yeah.
And don't forget, you're going to send me a link to your program.
Absolutely, I will. I hope you'll be a subscriber. So, meeting with Forrest was super awesome. We had such a good time getting to speak to him. He's so fascinating, such a nice guy. And I did get a little bit of footage of him on camera, so I'll include that here. But we got really carried away, and now we're running super late. So we have come to a location, but it was quite a long drive, and it means that we've kind of run out of time to actually particularly hunt today. So we're gonna have a little bit of a walk, and I'll show you around. It's really beautiful here, but I don't know if we're gonna find the treasure quite this afternoon in the next 1 hour before the sun sets.
Recomendaban Jas y Olga la playa de los frailes, preguntando se llega a Roma sin timidez por una vez. Surgen medios de transporte, compañeras de viaje, por manglares, selva y bosque, solo en mí he de tener fe.
So we've had a bit of a wander around here. There's not tons to see. I think this is a very popular area to come down from Eagle Nest Dam Lake and look around Cimarron Canyon. It's really popular, but there's not as much of a specific spot as there was yesterday. It's more kind of like explore the canyon, which is really big. I know Maverick Creek is a really popular one, but we don't have time to go there today because we're running kind of behind.
Medios de transporte, compañeras de
Gosh, that is so cool. I wish the camera could see it. Guys, look at the 3D art. Taos has got it all. Well, it makes the camera look really weird. So we are back at our Airbnb. We had a really nice dinner in Taos and it's been a really fun weekend. Of course, we have not found the treasure, but we did get to meet some amazing people, which was super cool. I can't believe we actually met Forrest, and I think we will come back again. We're going to do more research. Today we weren't particularly well prepared and we ran out of time with hanging out with Forrest, but next time we will know even more research about where we want to go. I still really liked the first spot, so if you want to follow along with the treasure adventures or with my channel in general, looking at traveling full time and working online, please don't forget to subscribe and leave me a comment with where you think I should look for the treasure, if you think I should go back, if you'd even heard of Forrest Fenn's treasure before you watch this video. I would love to know what you think of this newfound hobby that I've discovered. But thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing week and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Preguntando se llega a Roma sin timidez.